She also has two beautiful daughters, and her oldest daughter is in elementary, and she is part of the public school system.
Yes.
Okay. And so this interview is for my thesis statement, my capstone project, and I am interviewing Monique as a parent in the public school system with her children. And so, Monique, with your daughter being in school, in your opinion, do you think that a larger or smaller class size would help her in her education?
I feel like a smaller class size is more beneficial for her. So she has less distraction. The teacher can concentrate on just the kids that they have in the class. I feel like the smaller environments are the way to go for sure.
Okay. And do you know if they have like a teacher's aide in your daughter's class?
Sometimes.
Okay,
It just
but it's
depends on
not
the
an
grade.
all the time thing.
No.
And what grade is Ava in?
She's going to fourth grade.
She's going to fourth grade, and
Mhm.
that's so in her primary years, which like preschool, kindergarten, first grade, were there teacher aides in the class with the children? Do you know?
Yes, in her kindergarten and first grade, there was a teacher's aide that was in there
Do
permanently.
you know about how many kids they had in the classrooms at the time?
30.
Yeah, yeah, and
30.
see that's the problem. So most of the interviews that I've done, it's about the ratio is about literally 1 to 34.
Really?
Yeah, and it's very sad because the kids are not getting everything that they need. So did you notice that uh, did Ava get distracted more? Was she, at any point did she have to, be talked to about her behaviors with her being in a class that big?
Yeah, for sure. She struggled.
Okay.
She's a talker.
Okay.
So yeah, she did struggle. Um, she had a lot of distractions, just a lot of back and forth friendships, and she did get in trouble for her behavior.
Do you know how the teacher tried to offset that particular behavior with that many students in the class?
They have a card system, so whenever she would misbehave, she would just flip her card down to yellow, and if she made it to red, then a parent would get called, and she knew that if I got a phone call, you
She,
know.
okay, mom, I know.
Yeah.
um, and in the, have you noticed um, a difference in her overall comprehension in education when she had? Is there any point that she's had a smaller class size?
Not yet.
No, it's
Not
always been large.
Yeah, it's always been large. There's a lot of students.
Okay.
So I haven't really experienced a smaller class yet. Hopefully, when she goes to fourth grade, we'll see where she's at. But most of her class has been 30 to 36 was in her kindergarten class.
As a parent, how do you feel like parents should get more involved to make having a smaller class size become more of awareness for the education board?
I feel like we should just submit some type of survey. Her school does submit surveys and ask what they can do better, or
Surveys,
just
that's
feedback.
a good way to go. Feedback, yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Okay.
So
And, I really think that not only the surveys, but also um, having the parent, knowing your parent rep at the school. I don't think a lot of parents realize that there is a parent rep at most schools,
yeah.
but we don't know them. And they're speaking for us, and we don't know them. And so I think parents should become a little bit more involved, especially in the primary years,
Yeah.
because that's such an important time for our children.
Mm-hmm.
Each grade level, of course, gets uh, considerably more harder for the children
Mm-hmm.
if it's not caught early.
Yeah.
So, what I'm trying to do in my thesis statement is shed light on how important it is for us to start downsizing these classes and getting more teachers and stop cutting the school budgets,
Yes.
so that we can pay more teachers and we can get the class sizes smaller.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a doable or a legitimate goal?
I'd like to believe so. But it's so hard. I know that the teachers are struggling themselves. So it is hard when there's so many children in one school and not enough teachers. I mean, what are they going to do? I would really hope for the near future that it's something that is a goal for us, that we can conquer and succeed, because it would be beneficial for all of them.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for interviewing with me and taking the time out. And you're okay with me using this in my presentation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Monique, for sharing with us.
No problem. Oh my goodness.